Problem 327. So here on the right, we have our isometric view, front view, top view, side view. This one is going to be a little bit more challenging. It's going to be challenging because of the slope and this scallop here. Okay, so let's take a look at the 3D model. Okay, so here's the isometric view. Okay, let's take a look at the front view. Okay, and the front view is typically the view that gives you the most information about the part. Okay, so this part here is sloping downward and also away from you. So if we slightly turn, you can see that. Okay, there it is. And then we have the scallop here on the right, semi-cylindrical shape. Okay, so let's go back to the front view. Okay, so we need to have this line, object line, and we need to represent this scallop here. Okay, so we're going to represent the depth with the red hidden line. Even though it's round, it's not flat, there's no sharp edge, we need to represent the depth with a hidden line. All right, back to the front view. Okay, there it is. Okay, let's take care of the front. Go to AutoCAD. Okay, so we have our front view. Okay, so let's take care of the object line first. Okay, center line, and from this corner, I'm going to go diagonally. So here you do want to have ortho off, right? If you have ortho on, it's only going to try to go horizontal, vertical. So let's turn off ortho. Go diagonally across. And there it is. And right-click enter. All right, so now we need to take care of the scallop. Okay, so we took care of the object line. Now this scallop here, so you can see the yellow one. All right, so front view. Back to AutoCAD. Okay, so if we look at the side view, there it is. There's the side view, there's the scallop. Okay, so we need to represent the depth with the red hidden line. So let's go to red hidden layer, use line command, and from the bottom quadrant of the scallop, right, let me turn on ortho. There it is. And right click enter. And we can go ahead and shorten it using the grips. There it is. Okay, hit escape to deselect. There's our red hidden line. So that's the depth of this semi-cylindrical shape or scallop. Okay, now we have a green center line, right? So let's go to green center layer, line command. So from the center, right, center of this semicircle, I'm going to go across, and we want to always overextend. Having trouble, it's trying to snap back here, so I'm going to turn off object snap, turn it off, so I can slightly overextend. There it is. Right click enter, and we can shorten it to something that looks acceptable. There it is, and hit escape. Okay, now the green center line is going to be overridden by the object line behind it. So if we go to the 3D model, we have a green center line that we just drew up here, but we don't see it, right? The visible object line will override it. First, because we can actually physically see it, and because it's has a thicker line weight than the center line. So if we go back, so I'm going to take this green center line. I'm going to right click. Hold on a second. Let me hit escape. I think I selected more than one item. Hit escape. Try it again. There's the green center line. And I'm going to right click, draw order, and send it to the back. And there it is. So this is the correct way of doing it. If you had it with the green center line on top, I'll still accept it. Now, this part of the green center line is being overwritten by the visible white object line, this edge. So if you want, you can actually leave out the green center line. If you chose to leave it out, I'm misclicking here. I'm actually clicking on the construction layer. Let me hit escape. Turn off construction layer temporarily. So if you chose to leave it out, it's okay. If you decided to delete it instead and leave it out, delete it. It's okay. If you decide to leave it in, let me hit undo. And that's also acceptable. Either one is okay. me go and turn on the construction layer back on. Here it is. Okay, so either way, either one will work. Okay, so let's take care of the top first before going to the right side view. Right side is a little bit more challenging, harder to visualize. Okay, let's go to the top view. Okay, so top view, pretty straightforward. There it is. Okay, so top view, we have this diagonal here. I think we already have it in place. If not, we'll draw this edge, right? This object line. And we have to draw the yellow scallop. Okay, so we need to draw these visible object lines. We can actually see it, and a green center line to represent the axis. Okay, so let's go back. Top view. Okay, we already have this line. Oh, we're missing this line here, right? From this vertex. Go back to the 3D model. So we're actually missing this visible line. Now, even though the yellow is cylindrical, as you can see, right, we're going to draw one visible object line going across because it looks straight from the top view, as you can see. This looks like a straight visible object line. Okay, so let's go back to AutoCAD and draw that visible object line. All right, so let's go to visible layer, line command, and once again from this corner, turn on object snap. From this corner, we're going to go straight up, click, and I'm going to go straight up, and there's our visible object layer, and right click enter. Okay, there it is. Now we need the scallop, right? The edges for the scallop. So the scallop is here. So let's go ahead and cheat and use our side view. Okay, so line command. Let's go with the top one first. So from this opening of the scallop, the right side vertex, click, hit the 45, go across, and there it is. And right click enter to exit. Repeat. Line command. Left side of the scallop, left quadrant, hit the 45, and then go straight across. And right click enter, and there it is. See how easy that is? Because we're doing orthographic projections. You can go ahead and delete these two lines. Pencil eraser, there it is. All right, so let's go ahead and shorten these to the correct length. And there it is, hit escape. All right, so all we need now is a green center line. Okay, so let's go to the green center layer. Use the line command. And from the center, right? The center of the arc, center point of the arc, we're going to go straight up, hit the 45 and go across. And I'm tracking. And I'm going to draw my green center line. Click. See how it clicked to the nearest snap? Let me right click enter. Okay, so I wanted to overextend it. Let me temporarily turn off object snap. Use center line, click on center line and use the grips to extend it. And there it is, and hit escape on the keyboard, deselect. Okay, so there we have it. Top view is done, pretty straightforward. Same thing with the front. Okay, now the side view is a little bit tricky. Okay, let's take a look at the side view. Go back to the front and let's take a look at the side view in 3, 2, 1, side view. Okay, what's going on here, right? So from the side view, you cannot see the green surface. So we're going to have to draw a red hidden line going across to represent that green surface. Okay, what else? Okay, another problem is there's some stuff going on back here that's hard to tell. So we have this surface, we have this edge, so we have this chamfer here. So we need to draw this visible object line, and we got to make sure the visible object line is going all the way across here. Okay, let me zoom out a little bit, rolling the wheel and slightly turn it, and you can see what's going on. So we have this edge between the cyan and the magenta. We have that solid line going all the way to this bottom corner. Okay, we have the red hidden line to represent the green surface. And we need a green center line for the scallop. Okay, so a lot of stuff going on there and it can be confusing. And there it is. All right, so let's go ahead and let's attack the bottom surface first, the green hidden line going across. Okay, so let's go to the hidden layer. And we're going to draw a line from this surface that we cannot see. Turn on Object Snap. So from this corner, we're going to go across. And there's our red hidden line. And right click, enter. Okay, that was easy. Okay, now we have a white visible object line going all the way across the top. Okay, even though there's an opening there, obviously, right? You can see there's no object line going across, all the way across, but because of the background, if we go back to the side view, it does look like a visible object line going all the way across. Okay, so we need to draw that. Okay, so let's go back to the side view. So we can simply draw a visible line. So visible layer, line command, and we can just close this up. That's one option. Another way is to just draw one long visible object line all the way across. So instead of having three separate ones, if you want, you can delete all three. This is optional. You can delete them and just draw one long one going across, because that's what it appears like from the right side view. Right click, enter. Okay, so that's another option. Okay, so remember this chamfer here. I don't even know if I'm calling it the correct, giving it the correct term, but here it is. This is sloping downward, also away from us. Okay, so from this vertex here, we're going to draw going across and down to this vertex. Okay, so let's go back to the 3D model. So there it is. We have this object line going down. Let me see if I can show it in wireframe. Oh, I was hoping it would show us going all the way down. But we can see it from here, right? There's that object line going all the way down to this corner. Okay, so let's go back to AutoCAD. Okay, so we can see part of it through the scallop, but then we don't see the rest of it. Okay, so let's first draw a visible object line from this corner. I'm going to take the center point. Let me turn off ortho. And it goes across, right? That's what it's doing until it hits this corner, right? There it is. So we're actually drawing from here to here, right? Here to here. And there it is. Right click, enter. But we actually don't see this portion of it. We can see the top portion, right? Back to the 3D model. So we can actually see this portion of it, but the rest of it is going to be a hidden line. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, let me roll in. I'm going to draw the red hidden line and then fix the visible object line. Okay, so let's go to red hidden layer. Draw the red hidden line. So we cannot see this portion of it, right? There it is. Right click, enter. And the white visible object line, all we have to do is adjust the length to the portion we can see, which is up to here. You want to have Object Snap turned on. And there it is, and hit escape. So that's the way it should be drawn. Okay, so we're almost there. So the right side view, we do have a semicircle, right? So we're missing a green center line. Let's go to the solutions. Make sure everything looks good before I draw that green center line. And also to cheat. Okay, so we got everything. All we're missing is the green center line, but notice that the object lines override part of the green center line. Okay, so all we're really going to see is the vertical. Okay, let's go ahead and draw it in there. But everything else looks fine. Yeah, we're just missing the green center line to mark this semicircular scallop. All right, so let's go back. Okay, let me hit escape to deselect. Let's go to the green center layer. Go to annotate tab if you want to use the center mark command. Click the arc, and there it is, and hit escape to exit. Okay, so I need to send it to the back because the thicker visible white object lines will override it. So let me click on this green center line, and I'm gonna then right click and draw order and send it to the back. And that's the way it's supposed to look like. Let me turn off the construction layer. So let's go back to the Home tab. Go to construction layer, turn that off just to clean it up. Okay, let me click in space to deselect, and I'm just gonna adjust this one from the top. Let's just drop it down a little bit. So use the squared grip, and there it is, and hit escape. Looks cleaner, so that's the correct way of drawing it. And once again, we have the axis of that scallop, which you can either leave it the way it is, because most of it is being overwritten by the visible object line, or you can delete it. It's up to you. Okay, so let me double click to do a zoom fit. Yeah, everything looks good. We're done. Okay, type in your name if you like. And let's go ahead and save it with our initials. Save as. Okay, and save. And LTS, right? Teacher LTS. All right, LTS, right? Let's type in some LTS, line type scale. LTS, right? Enter. So right now it's set to 1. Let me try 0.5. 3, 2, 1, enter, don't blink. Okay, a little better. Okay, let me try 0.4 LTS, enter. I'm gonna go 0.4, don't blink, enter. It's still hard to see the green center lines. Let me take the green center lines and slightly overextend them more. Maybe we'll see let me turn on ortho. Should have had ortho on. Okay, now I can see the gaps. Hit escape, there it is. So if I was to just slightly extend them a little bit further, and yep, you can actually see the gaps now. Okay, hit escape. Okay, so it's up to you if you want to play with LTS. You can leave it alone. You'll still get the full credit. All right, so save. Once again, look at the top and you'll see it has your initials or whatever you wrote at the end. Okay, that's the end of this video. See you in the next one.